if you've never tried these, try these. They're like a mix between like Cap'n Crunch and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Alright, whatever, I'm gonna start now. Like a brand new Okay, hey guys, so I've had a few people comment on some of my videos asking me to do like videos about separate piercings, and I'm just like, well, might as well just go ahead and do one, you know, all together, just talking about all of my piercings. So I'm just gonna start off with the piercing that I got first, and I'm gonna say probably like the most obvious one, which is my ears. I got my ears pierced when I was a baby, like most people. I have my first and second hole pierced. I don't remember when I got my second hole pierced. I think I was like 10. I have no idea. But I don't wear my second hole, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I do have my ears stretched right now. And right now I am at a ½ inch, which is basically, sadly, where I'm gonna stop. I really feel like this is so small and I would love to go bigger, but I don't want to have to get my ears sewn up or anything like that later on in life when I decide to get a real job and enter society. I know a lot of people say, you know, the whole point of no return or whatever is like a 00. I've had my ears stretched to a 7/16, which is the size after a 00. And I stretched my ears back, and I'm gonna say I was like 19 when I first started stretching my ears. I stretched it all the way up to a 7/16, and then I decided, oh, I'm gonna join the military. So I did take them out, and they didn't go back down like completely back to where like an 18 gauge, which is basically like what most ear piercings are. They didn't go back down to that, but they did go back down to where you couldn't see any light through it and I could wear regular earrings, and I was obviously able to join the military, so they will go back down. I'm pretty positive that this will go back down. The next piercing I got was actually my nose, but I don't have that one in right now. It's gone. I'll insert a picture of what it looked like. But yeah, I ended up getting that when I was like 16, I think. Yeah, I was 16. And my mom took me to get it. I really wanted my nose pierced. All my friends had their nose pierced, so I was like, I wanted to. She ended up paying like $60 for it, which I feel like is ridiculous for a nostril piercing. Like, that's a lot. That piercing was not meant for me. Piercing would never heal, ever. Because I had it in and I would always rip it out when I was sleeping. So I would rip it out when I was sleeping, and then it would close. And then I always had that little bump that was on the side of it. It was just, it was not working. It was not worth it. It was not even that cute. So I was just like, I give up, I'm done. Next piercing I got was my septum piercing, which is right here. I have a gold one in right now. Please just don't think about my nails. My nails are always fucked up. If you watch my channel, you'll know my nails are always jacked up. My septum piercing, I got that when I was 19, and this was like my first piercing that I got on my own, and I was like so excited. So I go and get it done, and this, I'm gonna say, out of all the piercings that I have, this one was the least painful piercing. This was probably like my easiest piercing to heal because I didn't really have to do much to it. So yeah, it was cool. Like, I got it, and I don't really wear it that much now because I'm just like, I feel like I have too much stuff on my face. But yeah, I feel like I'm never gonna take this out. Like, I'll be a grandma 80 years old with my septum pierced because I'm just never taking it out. What's the point? Because if I don't want anybody to see it, all I have to do is gonna cooperate. Is flip it up. And I don't have a septum piercing anymore. The next piercing I got when I was 19, I ended up getting this piercing probably like around a month after I got my septum pierced, which is my wrist. That is a retired piercing because I don't have it in my arm anymore, but I will insert a picture of what it looked like. And this is what the scar looks like now. It's not that bad. It's been out for like a couple of years though, so maybe that's why. This was probably, I'm not gonna say it's the most painful piercing that I got. Actually, like, getting the piercing was not as painful as like aftercare. The healing process hurt so bad. I have never had to take ibuprofen for a piercing before, but I had to keep it in me. Like I had to keep that shit in my system because my entire arm would hurt. And like back then I was working at a freaking retail store, so I had to fold clothes and crap. Like you never realize how much you use your wrist until you have something there aggravating it. Like it was horrific. I don't even know why I wanted this piercing. Like I was like, oh, I haven't seen that many people with their wrist pierced, so I was like, I want to get it. Like I want to be different. So it never looked good. It was always like, it always looked infected. Like around like where the balls were was always super dry. I kept it in for a while too. Like I'm gonna say like a good year, and it never looked good. Like it was always nasty looking, but I loved it so much, so nobody could tell me anything about it. And like this one, I didn't even really like want to retire it. Like I didn't actually retire it. It retired itself, because I remember one time I was like walking down the strip, and I guess that one of the balls had come off, and like I'm walking like having a good time with my friends or whatever. I look down at my wrist and the whole bar is gone. So I was like, how the hell did this like fall out? Like that's crazy. But yeah, it retired itself. My body was like, I don't like you anymore, it's time for you to go. It's been real, but we good. So the next piercing that I got after I got my wrist, I actually got my nipple pierced, and I got this one pierced and just that one, because when I went to go get it pierced, I didn't eat before I went to go get the piercing, which if you're like one to pass out, I would suggest you eat before you go get a piercing, because every time I don't eat before I get a piercing, I almost pass out. So I go get this one, and he does the first one, and I almost passed out, and I was like, nah, bro, I can't do it. I'm just gonna be one. I'm just gonna have one, because I can't do the second one. I can't do this. So yeah, I got the first one done back in like 2012 or 2013, and then I decided to join the military. So I took out all my piercings except for my septum, and I decided that I wanted my nipples pierced again. So this time I was like, I felt stupid only having one done. So I was like, I'm just gonna nut up and get both of them done. So I got both of them done while I was in tech school, which was like last year. Everyone says like that you have like the adrenaline when you get the first one done, and then like the adrenaline wears off, so then when you get the second one done, like it hurts more. So that is so true. That is not a lie. The second one hurt a lot more than getting the first one done, but when I saw them I was like, oh my god, they look so cute. Like it was worth it. It's not really an easy piercing to heal. It takes quite a bit of time, but the one that I had pierced before is fine. It's just like this new one that's just giving me problems, and I'm just like, get your life together, because I don't have time for this. So yeah, the next piercing that I got was my belly button, which is usually like people's first piercing, but I was like, I never really wanted it, because it was just like one of those things like everybody has. But then I was just like, you know what, I'm just go ahead and get it. So this is what it looks like. My ring is like super ugly, but yeah, that's what my belly button ring looks like. Paying for that one, I actually got that one done the same day that I got my nipples done. So I got my nipples done first, and then I got my belly button. So compared to my nipples, my belly button was nothing. Like it was super easy. The healing process for that one was pretty easy, because after a while, like I cleaned my piercings for like probably like the first 2 weeks, and then I just stopped and just let them heal up on their own, because I just feel like if I had like a cut or something like that, I'm not gonna be cleaning it every day, because my body's just gonna heal it on its own. And for some reason, like, you know, if you over clean stuff, it slows the healing process. So I just don't, because for some reason my body just doesn't like that. Like if I over clean something, it's just not gonna work. So I just let it do its thing, and it's fully healed now, and I can put anything in it, and I love it. I love it. So after that piercing, I went back again, and I probably, after I got my nipples and my belly button pierced, I went back and got my chest dermal probably like 2 weeks later. Like I was really about getting piercings while I was in tech school. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's just like right here on my sternum. And I'm gonna say that this was probably like the whole process of actually getting the piercing. This was my most painful piercing. like period. It hurt so bad. And it's like, I know dermals are not supposed to be permanent, like it doesn't matter how good you take care of it or whatever, they're always gonna reject, and they have like a really high rejection rate. So if this one ever rejects, I know I'm gonna get it re-pierced, even though it was that painful, because I just like having it here so much. But yeah, the whole process of getting a dermal is they take like a biopsy punch, which is like they literally punch a hole in whatever part of your body that you want to get this dermal. Then they take pliers and the jewelry that you want, and they like shove it in to the hole basically. So like it's like a post that looks like this, and it has like this thing sticking up on top of it, and then it has like the jewelry on the top of it. So I feel like the part about it that makes it so painful is that when you get other piercings, it's just like, oh, they go like 1, 2, 3, and it's like it's done, like it's quick. Getting a dermal is not quick. Like it's not like it doesn't take like minutes, but it's just not as quick as getting another piercing. Like they have to punch the hole in your chest, then you have to wait for them to put the freaking jewelry in. Like it's not fun at all. It's not a fun thing. I would say if your body keloids, don't get this. Do not get a dermal, because dermals have really high rejection rates. I know this other girl, she had 2 dermals on her chest, but hers were like different than mine. They were like nasty, ratchet looking, like they was ugly. But anyways, so she had one like in the same spot I did, and then she had one like up here, but I guess the one in the top right here rejected. So she has like a big huge like keloid at the top of her chest, and she was like asking me like makeup tips to like cover it up, and I'm like, girl, I don't know how to cover that up. Like, so last but not least is my Ashley piercing, which is right here. My newest addition and my most exciting. But yeah, I've only ever seen one person with it, and that was like last year at EDC, and I was like, you know what? I want that. So I just got this done. I'm gonna say maybe like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And when I went to go get it done, like the guy didn't even know what it was. Like I was trying to explain to him what I wanted, and he was just like confused. I'm like, it's not that hard. I said I just want a piercing through my lip, like right here. Can you do that? So yeah, he did it. I only paid like 30 bucks for it, which was nice. Basically what they do is they just take a clamp on your lip, and he like marked it on the outside. Then he like flipped my lip down like this, and then just like whoop, right through the front, and then put the jewelry through. And I guess like this is another time that I didn't eat before I went to go get a piercing, so I almost passed out. But like the guy, he kept asking me, he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, can you just hurry up and finish? So yeah, then afterwards I looked at it, and it looked horrific. Like it looked so bad. Like my whole lip, before I got there, my lip wasn't that dry, but after I first got it done, like my whole entire freaking lip was just chapped like hell. So I wouldn't suggest getting this piercing in the winter, because I feel like people's lips are just naturally drier in the winter, but this will keep your lips dry as hell, like a fucking desert for a minute. You're not supposed to put any like lip products on your lips until it's finished healing, but I mean literally the first day I was like, I'm gonna have to wear chapstick because my lips are crusty as hell. So yeah, I bought some chapstick, and I just made sure not to put any around like where the piercing's at. But yeah, I don't think you're supposed to wear lipstick or anything like that either, but that hasn't stopped me from doing it, and it's healing up perfectly fine, so no worries over here. But yeah, that is all of my piercings. I did kind of want to wait for this video because there's a few more that I want to get, but I was just like, whatever, like if I get a few more, then I'll just make an updated one. And I do have a few tattoos. I only have 2, but they're both stupid, so I didn't really want to talk about those either. I did like kind of want to make a video about like my plugs and like a plug collection or something like that. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, then just let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.